Hey everyone, welcome to Soul Freaks. My name is Tony, and to know what we have in store for you today, watch the next part of the video and tell us what you think. So yeah, let's go. So welcome to this episode, and for this one, we'll be looking at one of the most iconic colorway for any Air Jordan releases in the past years. And the colorway name is 7210, and that came from or was inspired from one of the best season in NBA history. And I am talking about the 95-96 Chicago Bulls, where they won 72 games and only lost 10 of them. And what makes this more sweeter is that resulted also in an NBA championship. So that was Michael Jordan's fourth championship out of his 6 championships. And of course, in 2015, they already did this, so they already paid tribute to that iconic season. But they released an Air Jordan 11 mid-top version of the colorway. Now, fast forward to 7 years later, we have here is the low-top version of that colorway. And for this episode, we're going to be looking at this sneaker detail by detail. Alright, now let's go for the upper materials for the sneaker. Now, on the top, we have here soft black leather. So that goes from the lateral side of the sneaker going to the medial side of the sneaker. And within that, we have the lace eyelet right here. So 5 per side, and it is made of suede. Then again, it's also from the lateral and the medial side of the sneaker. So this is what makes the shoelace for the sneaker. Now, speaking of suede, it also extends to the top heel of the sneaker with the Jumpman logo intact right here. Now, this is not embroidered or somewhat drawn into, but this is like a small rubber. So my only worry for this kind of materials are if it becomes too hot or the duration of the sneaker, this could fall off at any time. So an example for this one is my Jordan 1 trainer. So here it is. But then again, of course, it will also depend on how you use the sneaker, but of course I'll be taking care of this one. And on top of the heel, we have the number 23 on top with black font. Now, speaking of soft leather, we also have in the tongue area, and in the middle of that, aside from it's made of the same soft black leather, we have the iconic Air Jordan 11 tag saying Jumpman Jordan, but on a bird's eye view or on a far view, you won't read it as clear. So it's a black on black font, but you will definitely see the Jumpman logo on the middle of the sneaker. Now, speaking of tongue, at the back of the tongue, what makes this the 7210 colorway is the writing on the back, which states inspired by the most historic season led by the greatest player ever. And obviously, it is referring to the 95-96 Chicago Bulls led by the GOAT himself, Michael Jordan. Now, that's it for the top portion of the upper. Well, it's a redundant term, but yep. We'll go to the mudguard of the sneaker. So much like any Air Jordan 11 that we all know and love, it has the mudguard made of patent leather. Now, the only difference for this one is the finish of the leather. Now, for most Air Jordans, it is a simple patent leather. But for this one, they did a different finish. So, the patent leather for this one is a bit glossier, and it has a design beneath it. So it's a marble design under the patent leather, and much like any of the same sneaker, goes around the sneaker from the toe box area going to the lateral and medial side of the sneaker. Now, with all that said, the best thing about the sneaker right here is the combination of the colorway. So it's a neutral colorway that could fit any wardrobe that you would choose. So a black and white combination is fitting to any color combination as well. So it's neutral. The best thing about the colorway is this is a neutral colorway that can fit anywhere. So for me, this is a good choice in terms of casual sneaker. So this is more of a casual sneaker for me. Now for the midsole we have here is a Phylon rubber. So much like any Air Jordan 11 out there, it is using the Phylon rubber. And for this colorway, it's a clear white Phylon rubber. And for me, that is better actually. As you can see, it's clean. No other design needed. It's simple and neutral. So again, like I mentioned, the best thing about the sneaker or the colorway is how neutral it is. Now, beneath the Phylon midsole, we have a full-length air unit or air sole. So we all know that this is Nike or Jordan's best technology for comfort. So expectation there is to give you the best comfort while wearing the sneaker. So again, it's full length from heel to the forefront. And also, aside from having a full length air unit, it also have a carbon fiber plate. So it goes from the heel as well going to the forefront of the sneaker, following the traction pattern of the outer sole of the sneaker. Now again, speaking of the outer sole and traction pattern, the pattern right here is following the traditional Air Jordan 11 traction pattern. So whether it's the low cut, the mid top, or the IE low, it has the same traction pattern. And of course, the same expectation for any traction pattern, it will give you a good grip on the ground. Now, colorway wise, the color of the outer sole, so we have here is sail white or off-white. Now, of course, you'll see the difference that a clear white and an off-white has a lot of difference between them. Now for the sizing, what we have here, like any other Air Jordan 11 releases out there or recently, this is regular true to size. Now, it is regular true to size, but there's a little bit of tightness in there. Now, if your foot is wide, it is most preferably you go with a half size up. Now, with that in mind, going a half size up, meaning it will just widen the width of the sneaker, but in terms of the length, there won't be much changes. So try to consider the length of the foot as well, so you can be sure on how comfortable you are. But take note, I said true to size and a little bit of tightness, but it doesn't mean it's a snug fit. So there's a possibility that this only needs break-in. So again, it is not snug, it is true to size. Okay. Now, in terms of the spacing, so yes, there's a bit tightness on the pinky toe area. But in terms of the toe box area, again, true to size, you won't have any issue on the length. And again, make sure if you don't know your size, try your best to go to a local store out there and try it on. Now, in terms of the lockdown, first is the heel counter right here. Now, the heel counter is following how thick the leather is, and it has a plate inside. Now, it has good grip, good stability for the user, so you won't have much issue in terms of moving your foot moving inside. But then, of course, that's where the amount of lace that you chose. Now, some of us refers to leave one pair of lace eyelet not used. So yeah, but some of us prefer a tighter fit, so we use all of the lace eyelet available. Again, it will come at your discretion how comfortable you want to feel, but take note, true to size with a little bit of tightness while wearing the sneaker. That could just mean it just needs a break-in. Alright, now overall, what do I think of the Air Jordan 11 7210? Now, in terms of the style, I'll give this a good thumbs up. Again, this is neutral. I like that it can fit any sort of combination, color combination, clothes combination. It can definitely fit everywhere. And as well as the color is neutral, as I said. Now, in terms of the fit, now it has a good lockdown. So for me personally, I chose to have the lace, not to use all of the eyelets for, to lock down the lace. So for that matter, there's a bit of breathing space that I left in, so I have a good comfort on that, and spacing is good. Now, a bit concerned here is I said it's true to size with a little bit of tightness, yes, and basically you will definitely feel that by the midfoot going to the forefoot. Now, it just means that you may just need to break this in or use this more often until your foot is used to the Air Jordan 11, if you're a first timer, by the way. But if you're used to the sneaker, I guess that shouldn't be much of a concern, right? Now, another thing that concerned me was there's a little bit of weight while walking with the sneaker. So technically this is just casual. Now, what's the reason behind this is possibly because of the carbon fiber plate provided in the midsole area. Now, it says that the carbon fiber plate was supposed to be lightweight. Now, for some reason, it contributed to the weight of the sneaker. So, again, this is casual. It shouldn't be much of an issue in terms of the weight. But if you're used to playing with an Air Jordan 11 low for basketball, which I don't prefer personally, the concern there is the weight as well. Now, given that the Air Jordan 11 was made for performance purposes. Now, the lockdown, again, it's tight, and you'll feel something in between the midfoot area going to the forefoot, but the heel has a good lockdown. So, overall, I'll give the Air Jordan 11 low 7210 a good score for this one. A great score, actually. I'm not being biased, but again, I just have a bit of concern on that weight. Again, shouldn't be much of an issue, but if you're looking for a lightweight sneaker that's casual, somehow this is not it, if that's what you're looking for. But if you're looking for style and looking for that classic look, classic feels, this is definitely the sneaker for you. So overall, thumbs up. Yeah, so with all that said and done, now if you do have any comment, reaction regarding our sneaker of the day, please feel free to do it down in our comment section below. And of course, we'll try our best to answer your questions or even respond to your comments as well. But of course, like any community, let's do it all for peace. Okay, now before we end the video, I would like to thank everyone for taking the time to watching this video. At the same time, I do hope that this video helps you in deciding if you want to purchase the Air Jordan 11 7210 low. So whether it's still available via SRP in our local stores or online, or via our fellow sneakerheads out there who are, selling this particular sneaker. So, okay. Now, before we truly end the video, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do have more sneaker reviews, sneaker tips, and unboxing, of course. We also have special episodes at the end of each season. And yeah, we also have our social media accounts, Facebook and Instagram at Sold Freaks. Yep. Okay, please don't forget to follow us as we also have contents for our social media. Okay, so again guys, my name is Tony. Thank you very much. And like what we say all the time here at Soul Freaks, keep moving forward.